Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're back for our fourth and final installment. I want to kick off talking about Notorious B.I.G. again. Biggie Smalls, Biggie. He is a artist that really does exemplify the East Coast style, which is going to be our last big point that I'm trying to make in this fourth section. This idea that in the golden age of rap and hip hop, he's probably one of the most notable artists that does indeed embrace this East Coast style, which has more lyricism than its West Coast relative, and also has an emphasis on lyric content and storytelling, where we are creating different rhythms by way of, really descriptive narrative devices. And as we have already noted in some of the other examples, which unfortunately YouTube I just uploaded it and was like, meh, copyright. So some of that video is getting slightly chopped up. But I wanted to play us a little bit of an interview with the Notorious B.I.G. It was taken in the 90s, which gives us an interesting snapshot, not only of the time, but obviously, this genre is really blooming during this juncture in history. So let me go ahead and pull up our interview.
Hey, it's the Rap City thing here live with my man, Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G.
What up?
Himself. What's up, dog?
Chillin'.
What's happening? We finally get to sit here and kick it on my jump.
It's my man right here, too.
All love.
Stay bumping heads.
Let's get right into it. I need to get right into it. It's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of questions I got. First, let's get onto this album. It's 1997. Hip-hop is popping. Lovely. You're one of the major players in this thing. What are you coming with now?
Well, I got the Life After Death double CD dropping March 25th. And I just want my spot back, I chilled, came out with the Ready to Die. Everybody was feeling it, you know what I'm saying? And I rested for 2 years, worked on the Junior Mafia. Lil Kim, now it's time for me to come do my thing,
True indeed. Now with this album, you have hooked up with a lot of people, and I bring that point up because of all of the territorial stuff that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You done hooked up with 40, you hooked up with the Bone, with Short,
Mm-hmm.
hooked up with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Are you making a statement?
I just wanted this. Actually, before you get started, the 40 thing didn't come out, you know what I'm saying? Because he had a lot of pride, his hands is filled with his
water.
So he had to do his thing. But I just wanted to just show the versatility, you know what I'm saying? Show that me and Bone could do a joint together, me and Short could do a joint together, R. Kelly, whoever, whatever.
True indeed.
Now
the joint is called Life After Death.
Yeah.
What's the meaning we supposed to catch from that? Because the first joint was Ready to Die. You was ready to die.
No doubt.
You was going out all guns. You was coming at him.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's Life After Death. What's the whole feel with this?
The way I was feeling when I did Ready to Die was, I feel like I was already dead, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just being in a situation where my mom's working, going to school, just leaving me open to dip and dab into different things, you know what I'm saying? It just left me kind of stuck. My mentality was more on some getting paper, not caring about nothing else, not caring about nothing, just wanting to get mines, I got the record deal, and when I started doing Ready to Die, it was a lot of anger, you know what I'm saying? I was just, a lot of hatred coming out, It was real, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just real angry. Life after death is the flip side of things, you know what I'm saying? I can't rhyme about being broke no more. I ain't broke. I can't rhyme about hustling in the streets no more because I don't hustle no more, So it's the life after. It's all that's over with now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't hungry no more,
Okay.
Now it's a new beginning, you know what I'm saying? It's the life after the death,
All right, well, let me first, before we go to the break, I want to say congratulations.
Oh,
Congratulations on the album and everything, but congratulations on this.
So there's the rest of this interview in the playlist. I just wanted to, I talked about the artist collaborations that were, I guess, more trending towards the later part of the golden era. And Biggie is talking to that aspect of his latest project at that point. So I want to pull up my lecture notes so that we can talk about the other artists that embraced the East Coast style. Here's our list down here. Hopefully some of these names ring a bell to you. Obviously, we've listened to the Notorious B.I.G., Wu-Tang Clan. These are all artists that are from the East Coast and generally exemplify the East Coast style, although there are certainly some crossover between these artists, most certainly. And some of them don't even belong to the time period of the golden age that was 86 to the late 1990s. But Wu-Tang Clan, Busta Rhymes, we'll take a listen to them, and also Public Enemy. But I encourage you to explore some of these artists, especially the ones that are not known to you. This is a very small list. There are numerous artists that are not only from the East Coast, but really do enjoy a sense of lyricism, organic unity, and smooth flow to their style with a sense of rhythmic complexity. So I want to talk, kick us off with an example by Wu-Tang Clan first.
Loop, baby, you gotta get this loop. Yo, remember back in the days when everything was all smooth and calm? Yo, man, I'm building, man. I'm saying, like, remember, like, back in, like, in 70, 79?
Everybody was on that line.
Nah, 87. That was my favorite. Everything was lovely, man. Yo, get the out the rain. Oh, so who the fuck is that? Hey, yo, Ghost, yo, Ray. What's up with y'all, man? Y'all nigga,
Hey, you know, everybody's talking about the good old days, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, the good old days, the good old days.
Good old days.
Well, let's talk about the good old days.
Let's talk about it.
Can it be that it was all so simple? Can it be that it was all so simple?
1993 exotic list.
Can it be that it was all so simple? Can it be that it was all so simple?
Yo, started off on the island, AK Shanlin, brothers wailing, gunshots thrown and phone dialing. Back in the days, I'm 8 now, making a tape now. Ray gotta get a plate now. Ignorant and mad young, wanted to be the one till I got blah, blah, blah. Yeah, my pops was a fiend since 16, shooting that's in his bloodstream. That's the life of a grimy, real life crimey, and others know the habits behind me. Day one, yo, growing all up in the ghetto, now I'm a whip. Jetting the palmetto in Medina, yo, no doubt the guard got crazy clout, pushing them from down south. So if you're filthy stacked up, better watch him back and duck, cause these fiends, they got it cracked up. Now my man from up north, now he got the law, it's solid as a rock and crazy soft. No jokes, I'm not playing, kid his folks, Desert Eagle is joint and put him in the yoke.
So as you can tell, this newer group, sort of on the outskirts of our golden age, being really part of the early, 2000s and 2010s, but also, well, anyway, interesting transition period. This song is obviously making mention and an homage to some of the old school style relics with some interesting updates. What I love timbrally about what we just listened to is this really, really crunchy electric bass that we're hearing that's got a very stilted rhythm to it. So even though the lyrics are the things that we're paying attention to the most, and they are smooth in terms of their delivery, we have an interesting conglomeration of different rhythmic things that are accompanying this very lyric-driven song. I want to also play a couple of other examples of East Coast artists before we close out our fourth section. Give me a second. All right, so we're going to take a listen to Busta Rhymes. Again, exemplifying some elements of the East Coast style. See if you can't pick up some of the things that we've listened to in other art. So let's talk about this one in particular. We have two layers that are accompanying. We've got this string bed, the ba da 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 da. So we've got a 4-bar sequence, one that's incredibly melodic sounding. And then against that, we have this percussive element that's kind of very kind of trap oriented. It's got a lot of very high end clicky percussion sounds that are very quick in succession, using a lot of the hi-hat and the cymbal elements of the drum set, in addition to the snare drum. So keeping it all high end. Then we've got, you know, our artist of the hour, who is creating a third layer on top of that, that has even, that when you smush all the layers together, has quite a bit of rhythmic complexity overall. But in this case, we're using the strings to kind of highlight the lyric attitude that, again, is really part of the West Coast style. I'm gonna pull up one more listening example for us for our part 4, unless I really need to play 2 examples. Give me 1 second while I choose our next victim. Okay, so this is from '89. This is on the cusp of the golden age. The other 2 examples I played are from the later cusp. But here's Public Enemy's Fight the Power.
Playback.
Funky drummer, music hitting your heart, cause I know you got a soul. Hey, listen if you're missing, y'all. Swinging while I'm singing. Hey, giving what you're getting, knowing what I know in. While the black band's sweating, in the rhythm I'm rolling. Gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey, our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Power. We got to fight the powers that be. As the rhythm's designed to bounce with calcium that the rhymes designed to fill your mind. Now that you realize the prize arrives, we got to pump the stuff to make it tough. From the heart, it's a start, a work of art to revolutionize, make a change, something strange. People, we are the same. No, we're not the same, cause we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. We can't get careless. You say, what is this? I love it. Let's get down to business. Mental self-defense of fitness.
So clearly this is in the socially conscious style, the second outgrowth of our old school style. And there's something about the sound here, specifically the absence perhaps of rock or rock-oriented sounds, that gives this a particularly dated timbre to us. I want to play one more thing to truly conclude our 4th section. That's by MC Light. Again, thinking about this harkening back to the older style. She is a female rapper who is early in on the scene, and I have not talked about any female rappers for this lecture, so I'd love to represent their particular voice. Give me one moment.
This is bad, Jenna, sitting here, you want to take the subway?
Yo, D, what's up with her?
Cat, go with her.
What she want to take the subway for?
I don't know. I'm going to take a car home. We out of here.
Attention passengers, we are temporarily being held in the station due to cross signals. We will be moving shortly. Thank you.
When you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes into my head as just chit chatter. You may think it's egotistical or just very free, but what you say, I take none of it seriously. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you so. I'd let you pretend to read me, and then you'd know. Cause I hate when one attempts to analyze. In fact, I despise those who even try to look into my eyes to see what I am thinking. That dream is over, your yacht is sinking. I tell all of you, like I told all of them, what you say to me is just paper thin. Word. Girl to try to play a man out. I take the money and again, then break the hell out. No, that's not my strategy, not the game I play. I admit I play a game, but it's not done that way. Truly, when I get involved, I give it my heart. I mean, my mama sold my body, I mean, every part. But if it doesn't work out, yo, it just doesn't. It wasn't meant to be, you know, it just wasn't. So I treat all of you like I treat all of them. And what you say to me is still paper thin. In one ear and right out the other. Hurdles mumble jumble. Lover, I don't pay attention, I don't concentrate. You ain't got the bait that it takes to hook this. Sucker, you missed. I put feelings aside. I know who I am. My name is Light. Is your name Sam? Cause if it is, step off. Grab your coat and get lost. Wrap your scarf around your throat and go back and catch the boat and hit the road, Sam. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Sam. Don't you come back no more. So now I take.
Oh, I love that, the "Hit the Road Jack" reference, which I think is very cool. That you would maybe perhaps typically hear that being sampled in the accompaniment, but she's going to do it as a kind of vocal inflection instead. So that's MC Light. She was, again, West Coast. She was born in Brooklyn in 1971. She came out with a album titled "Light as a Rock," MC Light. And she really has a number of songs that exemplify the assertiveness of women and sexual confidence of women as well. She later ended up actually pursuing an acting career, but if you're intrigued by this snippet that I played for you, I would so encourage you to check out other things that she's done in the past. In any case, that concludes our fourth section for today. When I see you again, we're going to pick up and talk about this same subject area. We're going to talk about hip hop and rap, but on the other coast, the West Coast style, and then talk also about international trends spreading out from the United States into international territory. So I will see you for our next class shortly.